Have you ever really stopped and thought about who you're going to be 5 years from now? It's a huge question, right? But the answer isn't some big secret hidden in the future. Nope, it's actually being decided right now, today, by all the little choices you're making.
You've probably seen this quote floating around, and it absolutely nails it. It breaks your future down into these 7 key areas. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dive into these ideas, and we'll group them into 3 parts: your daily inputs, your daily engine, and your future blueprint. Think of it like a roadmap to, well, you.
All right, first up, part 1, your daily inputs. This is all about what you let into your world, into your mind, and it really boils down to 2 huge things: the people you're around and the knowledge you consume.
You know that old saying, show me your friends and I'll show you your future? Well, it is shockingly true. Ambition, negativity, drive, laziness, it's all contagious. The attitudes of the people you spend the most time with will, slowly but surely, start to feel like your own.
And get this, it's not just a vague idea, it's measurable. A wild study in the workplace found that just sitting next to a high performer can boost your own performance by 15%. But look at the flip side. Sitting next to a low performer can tank your performance by a staggering 30%. That's just from being nearby. It's wild.
So what do you do about it? You gotta be intentional. Take a hard look at your circle. Spend more time with people who lift you up. Go find them. Join clubs, get into online communities, find mentors. And here's the kicker. Be the kind of person you want to hang out with. That positive energy? Yeah, that's contagious too.
Okay, let's switch gears to that second big input, knowledge. What do you think this number, 50, represents? Well, that is how many books Bill Gates reads every single year. That's about 1 a week.
Now, you don't have to be Bill Gates, but just look at the math here. 30 minutes a day, that's it. 30 minutes of reading a book, listening to an insightful podcast, whatever. Over 5 years, that adds up to more than 900 hours of learning. Now compare that to 900 hours of just mindless scrolling. The person you become after each of those, it's a night and day difference. Absolutely massive.
So we've got our inputs sorted. Now let's move on to part 2, your daily engine. This is all about the actions that actually power your life, the fuel you put in your body, the habits you build, and the way you move.
We've all heard, you are what you eat, right? But it's so much deeper than that. Food isn't just calories, it's information. It's literally sending signals to your body and your brain, telling them how to perform. Good, nutrient-rich food doesn't just make you healthier physically, it can directly boost your mood, your focus, your entire sense of well-being.
Okay, so how do you make good choices, like eating well, automatic? You build habits, and this is one of the best methods ever. From comedian Jerry Seinfeld. He wanted to write jokes every single day. So he got a huge calendar, and every day he did it, he'd draw a big red X over the date. After a few days, you've got a chain, and your only job, he said, is to not break the chain. It's so simple, but it's genius.
And what about exercise? We know it's good for our health, obviously. But here's a little secret benefit you might not know about. Research shows that people who exercise regularly actually earn more money. Men working out just 3 times a week earn 7% more. And for women, it was a whopping 12% more. Why? Probably because exercise builds discipline, energy, and confidence, and that stuff pays off everywhere.
So the real trick is just making it stick. And you do not have to become a gym rat. Seriously, find something you actually think is fun. Start small. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Put it in your calendar like it's a meeting you can't miss. And grab a friend or use an app to keep yourself honest. And that brings us to our final section, part 3, your future blueprint. This is all about playing the long game. We're talking about your money and the conscious trade-offs you have to make.
Let's talk about something that is basically financial magic, compound interest. Just look at this timeline. You've got someone who starts investing at 22, does it for just 10 years, and then stops. Then you've got someone else who starts later at 32, but invests for 30 straight years. Who has more at retirement? The first person, the early starter. How is that possible? Because their money had more time to grow on itself. Time is your absolute greatest weapon when it comes to investing.
This all ties into our final big idea, sacrifice. Or, what psychologists call delayed gratification. And it's summed up perfectly by the famous marshmallow experiment. They put kids in a room with a marshmallow and said, you can eat this one now, or if you wait 15 minutes, you can have 2. The kids who were able to wait for the bigger reward tended to be way more successful later in life.
That ability to trade a little pleasure now for a bigger payoff later, that's a superpower.
And it's a skill you can totally build. You have to remember why you're doing it. That's what keeps you going. Start small, make tiny, manageable trade-offs. And when you hit a goal, reward yourself. And look at that last point. We're right back where we started. Surround yourself with people who get it and support your goals. It all connects.
So here's the bottom line. It comes from the author James Clear, and it's so important. Progress is slow. That's just reality. If you can accept that, then you have every reason in the world to start today, to make one small, good choice. But if you fight it, if you keep looking for some hack or shortcut, well, 5 years from now, you'll just be 5 years older and still looking.
So as we close this out, just think about this. The person you're going to be in 5 years, they're listening right now. They're hoping you'll do something today, even something tiny, that will make their life a whole lot better. So the only question left is, what's that choice going to be?